Hello YouTube, and welcome to the first ever video of Snake & Co. This suit is Snake, and today we shall be doing a Q&A video to help get to know the channel and see what you can expect to come and get to know me as the person here. So, let's get into it! So, we have our trusty little hand note here, notebook, whatever this is called. And it has our questions. So, let's see if I can read in suit. X Pikachu Pup asks, how do you create digilegs if you make them? The way I create my digigrade legs, is I take some old leggings and I build up from the leggings and put padding against it and then shape out the padding and then put the fur over it, kind of put them on and pull the fursuit over it, which gives it the shape and makes it a lot lighter and easier to use instead of trying to shape the padding and shove it down in there like a pillow or something. They also ask what got me into suit making in the first place. What originally got me into suit making was I saw videos from Pocari Roo, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And so I started looking into it, and I was debating on buying the suit, but then I decided this should be pretty easy. I'm gonna try and make a suit on my own. And so about a year ago, on August something, right before school started, I started making my first suit, Ende, and it has grown into something amazing. So yeah, that's what got me. It's also what started me into the YouTube business, was through Pocari Roo and Majura Strawberry and Nos Hyena. So thanks to y'all. What got me into the furry fandom? Really, I guess the most generic answer I can give is The Lion King. Because that's basically it. I was obsessed with anything to do with talking animals, anthropomorphic animals when I was a kid, and it just kind of grew until I finally realized what furry fandom was, and I was like, oh, that's what I am! And it was just kind of a really big revelation for me. What are some good tips for future starter makers? The best tip I can give you is don't think you have to follow the same method that everyone else does. My suits, when I make them, I don't make a pattern for my suits when I fur them. I lay the fur out and then do a ladder stitch to make it together. You don't have to do exactly what another maker does. If it's easier for you, just continue making. Practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you're gonna do, and the better your suit is gonna look. And so, just try and make your own technique and style, and just do what is easy for you. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be pronounced this name.
Datada.
Why are insects considered furries? Answer is, I have no idea. My best guess is that really, I guess because certain moths and stuff have fur on them, people see them as fursuits. So it's really depending on your personal preference. I see furries as animals, like mammals and stuff. And then like scalies and stuff are of course your animal reptiles. And I really don't know what insects would be called. So if you just want to consider them furries, then that's great. So it's really a personal preference. The rest of these are going to be our generic questions that we got off of line. Or that I just made up. Let's go! Are you a hoarder? Yes. I collect all kinds of stuff. I find random stuff that I'll find on the ground and say, ooh, I can make art out of this, and then never use it. So my room is filled with stuff that I'm probably never going to use. Hence you can see the skull hanging behind me on the wall. Are you a good cook? No. Sometimes I can make stuff. I can make spaghetti, macaroni, and ramen noodles, and that's about it. I am so bad at cooking, I can burn water. I've literally done that before. I was boiling water for macaroni and I forgot I was cooking, and I left it on the stove and all the water evaporated, and that was not a good day. No, I'm not a good cook. Do not try and ask me to cook for you. Are you a dog or a cat person? Personally, I prefer cats because I just get along with their personality better, which I also really love dogs because sometimes it's nice to play with a dog and have their kind of personality, but I prefer cats more calm, I'm gonna cuddle with you, but when I'm done with you, I'm done with you kind of personality, and they'll leave you alone if you want them to, so cats are just more aesthetically pleasing for me. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I am a night owl by all means. Pretty much every night this week I've stayed up until about 3 a.m. and slept until about 12 o'clock. Because I have a horrible sleep schedule with no reasoning. So, yeah, definitely a night owl. Can you dance? That depends on your definition of dancing. I can dance with short moves, but trying to make a full style dance, then I have a hard time because I start repeating my dance moves and stuff. I start repeating the same things I was doing. So, for little like TikTok dances, yeah, I can dance. But for a full-fledged dance for a competition or something, not really. I'm not the greatest at that. Are you in a relationship? Yes, I am in an open relationship with my amazing boyfriend, who also happens to be the person editing this video. Safi, you can put your Discord name or Twitter name or whatever you want to put here in my palm, because we're dramatic like that. Do you have any birthmarks? I do. I have a birthmark right on my eyeball that for pretty much all of my life people have always asked me, oh my gosh, what happened to your eyes? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's a birthmark. It's not a wound. We're okay. I also have some on I have one on my inner palm and on my arms. How many pets do you have? I have a lot of pets. I have one cat outside that is officially my cat. I've had him for years. And another cat that just randomly showed up and decided that he was going to stay here but won't let anyone pet him. I also have 5 dogs, a boxer mix, a corgi and blue heeler mix, a Jack Russell mix, and 2 full-blooded pit bulls. I have a leopard gecko in this tank behind me who's a butthole, but we still love him. And I think that's about it. No, we have 2 chickens, 2 baby chicks. I almost forgot about them. Their names are Stanley and Stanford, because I'm a Gravity Falls fan. Do you have to have a fursuit to be part of the fandom? No, you don't even have to have a fursona to be part of the fandom. Being part of the fandom is about enjoying the content and being in a loving community. So no, you don't have to have a suit to be in this fandom. Just be yourself and enjoy what you do. Where can you get a fursuit? You can really get them just about anywhere online. I do not suggest going off eBay for them because that's where most scam suits are. So I suggest going onto an Amino or going to the dealer's den. Or if you go on Instagram, you can find pages dedicated to fursuit selling. So really, just about anywhere. Or you can look up specific makers and get their commissions open. What are reptile furries called? A reptile furry is called a scaly. They are anything that has scales. Dragons, snakes, monitor dragons, lizards, all that stuff, that is a scaly. How many suits do you have? Currently, I have 2 finished suits, and I have another one on the way. The maker just has to finish his paws, and then he's getting sent out to me here. But I have a crap ton of head bases and pieces that just haven't been done yet. So you'll probably see quite a few suits on this channel, which is why I named it Snake and Company. While Snake is the main kind of person in our channel, he's not the only one. Is it hot in a fursuit? Yes. It is extremely hot in a fursuit. It is very easy to get overheated, so please, please, please stay hydrated or dehydrate, because you can get overheated. At cons and stuff, it's very common to see suitors that get too hot and like will have a heat stroke or pass out or something. So please limit how much time you spend in a fursuit if you do spend time in a fursuit, if you have one. And please drink water and stay safe. Just keep in mind, these are made out of multiple layers of foam and felt and fur. It's gonna get heated up in here. Plus your own body heat and sweat and breathing is just regulating around you. So yes, very hot. Do you have any other medias? The most often place that I spend my time on is my TikTok, Nerd of Time Original. But I also have a Twitter, Instagram, and I have a Twitch. Oh, and Furry Amino. How did you come up with Xander? Xander is another one of my OCs. Safi, if you could put a picture of him right here. Xander is another one of my suits and characters that has been with me for a very long time, since before I even got into the fandom. Xander was created over a spirit that follows me around. Now, some of you may not believe in the paranormal, but this character, creature just kind of showed up to me when I was really young because I used to have a really bad headspace with depression and stuff. And he just kind of appeared to me when I was really younger and said, "Hey, I'm here to protect you." He explained that he's a creature called a Xana, and that he was just kind of here to keep me from hurting myself and to be a friend. And he's stuck around with me ever since. And I was like, "Hey, you look like an animal. I'm gonna make a fursuit out of you." And he was like, "Okay, whatever." And so it created Xander, and he just kind of stuck around for a while. How many characters do you have?
A lot.
I can't even count them. Probably, I think, at least over 20. My art folder has over 100 pieces in it. I don't even know at this point. I've given up. Have you ever been bullied for being a furry? Not really. The most I've ever really had was your basic on TikTok, like, "Oh, all furries should die." You know, your basic, "Ooh, gamers get it." That really doesn't bother me at all. I haven't really been bullied at all. I wore one of my first suits, actually the first suit I ever made, to school one time, just because the teacher said it would count as a hat for our hat day, and I was like, "Hey, I want to wear my suit." And Mom's like, "Whatever, have fun." So I wore an Ender to school, and everybody just loved him and was like, "Oh, you're a furry?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Cool." And just kind of left it at that. Bunch of like the popular kids wanted to try him on and stuff. And it's really fun just to have him there. And just kind of everybody knows. So no, my school's pretty accepting when it comes to that. What kind of content do you plan to have on this channel? There is no set idea of what I'm going to have on this channel. It's really going to be a bunch of different stuff. Gaming, I will probably do a video showcasing all of my characters and their art. Once I get everybody finished, I will probably do a meet the suits, or later on, possibly even meet the person beneath the suits, and stuff like that. I'll probably make TikTok compilations, some compilations of my TikToks or TikToks people have made with me, stuff like that. So really, just about anything. If you have any suggestions or ideas of what you want to see on this channel, comment down below and let me know. And I'll see if I can do it. How many plushies do you have?
Well, a lot. A very, very lot.
And finally, for our last question of the video, why should I subscribe to you? The answer is, you don't have to. My reason for creating this channel isn't to try and get subscribers. My goal is to make you happy and to inform you of things you might not know about the fandom. But if you want to see more content from this suit and many others, then feel free to hit that subscribe button, punch that like button in the face, because I'm a huge Jacksepticeye nerd, and comment down below. That's all I have for this video. Thank you all for watching this. Bye-bye!